Okay, I'm diving back into Thrivecart, because we have some deadlines looming if you're wanting to upgrade to the Pro features. So if you're on a standard package of Thrivecart and you want the Pro Plus without having to pay an annual subscription of $295, you need to go ahead and upgrade to Pro by the 22nd of May. And if you are already on Pro and you want access to Pro Plus without the subscription, then you need to do that before the 22nd of June. So that's why I'm doing this, but I also want to show you some of the features that, or some of the ways that I am creating products now with the new Pro Plus features, and just a couple of little workarounds that I think might be useful for you. So if I go ahead and create a product, I'm just going to create a digital product here. I'm going to do it as like a test membership. That's exactly what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it test membership, and show you some of the things that are really useful. So let's go ahead and add this here now. Any product name that we add in here is going to show up on the actual cart page itself and on the invoice. Anything that we add in the label here is just for internal purposes, just for us. So I could just type in anything here. You can change the URL if you want to. I always leave it in test mode just because then I can go through the entire checkout process and make sure that it's triggering all the things that it should do. Select an only if you have this as an option. I have a few people here in my account. And then rather than clicking on next, what I do from here is I go straight to the processors because I need to be using Stripe Connect Plus in order to get access to some of the new features. So let me activate this, and then I go back to pricing, which is where I would have gone if I'd gone from options here to next. I would have landed here on pricing. So I'm going to leave it in US dollars. I'm going to set a price for our membership. So on the basis that it's a membership, it's going to be a recurring fee. So we're going to choose subscription. We'll stick with monthly price. Let's just say $20. And we can add a trial period, let's say 7 days if we want to. And we can leave it as an indefinite number of rebills, or you can change it to whatever you're wanting to here. I always check both of these boxes because it saves on people having to ask for any of their invoices for their recurring payments. And something I love about Thrivecart is it tells you exactly what you've set up here. So your customer will be charged $20 immediately for their 7-day trial, and then $20 US every month until they cancel. Now, the thing that I want to show you once we've got this set up is that we now have an option that wasn't here previously, which is cancel another person's subscription. So what this means is that let's say we have someone on this recurring subscription here, and then we want to upgrade them to our mastermind, let's say, which is $100 a month. When they upgrade, when they make a payment for that new option, let's say this is the mastermind here, we can cancel any one of these other subscriptions or payments that they're making. So you would just choose this subscription here that they're paying, and it would just automatically work for you. So you don't have any of the manual, anything manual going on there, that you can just automatically get that done. And then the other thing that I love is that we can be calculating the sales tax. So if we're going ahead and adding in our sales tax here, then we have an option to include the tax in the price or to add it to the price. So in the UK, we have to add 20% VAT to everything. So that would be, let's say we've got a $100 product, then it would end up being $120 if we're adding it to the price. But if we're including it in the price, then it would be $100 for them. And it would actually still calculate out the tax at the checkout so that on their invoice they can see how much VAT they paid. It just means that we as retailers, as creators, as sellers, we're absorbing that tax into the price. So these are two, so this cancel another subscription and include in the price have been two really big deals for me. This is like something that I've been really excited about, the Pro Plus features. So that's the pricing. So then we can set up bumps, and now we have an option to add in multiple bumps, and we also have an option to use existing bumps, so we don't need to set it up all over again. So I've got lots of bumps that I've already applied. So let's just say I want to use this one. It will go ahead and add it in, and it's already there. I don't need to then add in all of the details of it because it's got it set up. And we can add in multiple ones. You can have up to 6 bumps. The bumps are what show up on the checkout page as an additional option, like a kind of natural next step. So my Love It Before You Launch It is a bump that I offer to people who purchase my Rock That Website course. And they get it at half price if they're buying it with the actual course. And so that's been a really great bump for me, because people know already that once they've built their website, they're going to want to go through it with me on a one-to-one call. So you can have anything. Let's say you were selling an Instagram course, then you could be selling the course, and then the bump could be some story templates, for example, or some Reels templates. So that's that. Processes we've already been through, because I actually went ahead and selected the Stripe Connect. But of course, I can activate other payment processes as well. I like sticking with my PayPal legacy. Some of you won't see this option available because on the newer accounts, the legacy PayPal isn't available. It's only the enhanced option, which also offers things like the PayPal credit, and that's when people can actually purchase it full price, but they pay back on credit to PayPal. So you get the money up front, but someone is actually popped onto a payment plan, which enables them to spread the investment. Then you can choose whether you want affiliates. So nothing has actually changed in the affiliate center. That is on the roadmap to be coming soon with Thrivecart. And then you need to add in all of the details here about where people can get support for your product once they've actually purchased it. I'll leave it as display their total invoice. And then here you would go through to create your checkout page. And then in the behavior, you can, once we're on tracking, but if we go to the behavior tab, this is where you can add rules about what happens after this. And again, nothing much has changed in here. So the main things that have changed are when you go ahead and you can hit, I haven't chosen, it's not going to let me check out without going ahead and choosing a checkout cart. So I still use legacy. So I'm going to go ahead and just add this. And you can import something, or you can choose a previous design that you've used. Let me just go through these options, just hit complete. And then once we get onto the save and get URL, you'll see the option for the QR codes then. So it's not life-changing, the QR codes that they give you. Here you can see get QR code, and that just means that you can add that to a presentation, for example, any of your slide decks, a PDF flyer, or whatever it is that you're handing out or giving out. You could, of course, create something like that in Canva, for example, but it makes it quick and easy to be able to grab it from here. The other thing on the checkout pages, if you have a US-based Stripe account, then you will see that there is an option for people to pay in cryptocurrency. It's not so relevant everywhere else in the world, I don't think, because I don't think that's enabled anywhere other than the US, because if you've got a US-based Stripe account, that's what you need in order for that to be an option. But those are some of the things that that are new within Thrivecart. Also, they have enhanced stats now, which is really, really good. So you've got your normal products and sales, but you can also see things by subscription. You can check things by funnels or by coupons. So if you're attending an event and you have a particular coupon code that you're using, then you can go over to coupons and you can see which are the most utilized coupons or how many sales you've made by a particular coupon, which is really useful. You can see your highest performing funnels. You can see your monthly recurring revenue in your subscriptions, and you can see all of your products and sales. So the new dashboard is really powerful. It's really nice, especially if you're very data orientated. There's nothing new that's going on in Learn. So this still says new, but that's new from a couple of years ago when they first introduced it. They will be adding new features into Learn, but not at the moment. That's not part of this new upgrade. So really what I wanted to reiterate is that if you are wanting the pro features, which some of the ones that I've just shown you, things like the tax inclusive feature and the multiple order bumps, you will need to be on Pro and Pro Plus. So Pro is is basically coming to an end. Thrivecart Pro will no longer exist, and you will either have to pay a subscription to be on Pro Plus, or if you upgrade from your standard lifetime deal to your Pro lifetime deal, you will lock in that lifetime option, and you will be upgraded onto Pro Plus at no annual cost. And you need to make sure that you do that. If you're on the standard version, you need to have done that by the 22nd of May. If you're on the normal Pro version, you need to have done that by the 22nd of June. And if you are just buying into Thrivecart for the first time, you can still get access to the lifetime deal on the standard version of Thrivecart. But if you are then going to want the Pro features, you will need to hop onto that annual subscription of $295 a year. So I'm hoping that all makes sense. Please do ask me questions. I'm really happy. I know it feels a little bit confusing with like new features, new upgrades, and new deadlines coming up. Very happy to answer anything. Let me know if there's anything that's not clear at all.